This is your new PDA. It is used to run the iCabbi application. All work received from Dragon must use the iCabbi meter. There are two buttons on the device, a volume and a power button. It is very important you do not press the power button and the volume buttons together, as this will perform a factory reset and all data and applications on your PDA will be removed. You will not be able to work again until management have reinstalled all applications. This means that if you perform a reset on a Friday evening, you will not be able to work again until Monday when management can reinstall everything. To turn on your PDA, press and hold the power button only until you see the exclamation mark. To unlock your PDA, put your finger on the padlock and swipe it to the right. To launch the iCabbi application, touch the iCabbi driver icon on the screen. You will then be asked to enter your driver number and driver password that was issued to you by management. Touch OK after reading the warning screens that are on the PDA. This is the iCabbi home screen. Let's have a look at some of the features available to you from this screen. The flashing bids button tells you there are bids available. Touch the bids button and you'll be able to see the area where the outstanding jobs are. To select the job, just click on the area and you will have bidded for the job. The green Avail button lets you know if you're available to work. Touch the Zones button to bring up information on the different zones. If I want to see how many cars are in the Whitchurch plot, for instance, select Whitchurch and I can see there are two drivers, both clear. Click Back to go back a screen, or Home to go back to the home screen. If you press Bookings, you'll be able to see any up-and-coming bookings. In this case, there is one job coming out in Corrigan at 8:59 and I'm 2.11 miles away from the job. If I touch My Jobs and Previous Bookings, I can see all of my jobs that I've taken throughout the day. This will include the fare, when I took the job, and where I took the passenger to. Press Back to go back a page, or Home to go back to the home page. Next is Messages. If you touch the envelope icon, you'll see the messages sent from the office to your PDA from today, this week, and this month. The Base button allows you to communicate with Base. We'll be looking at this in more detail later on. Section in the middle tells you which position you're in. In this case, I'm 1 of 1 in Whitchurch. Panic is your driver panic alarm. Menu takes you to the main menu. And Busy allows you to put yourself on break or log out. We will look at this in more detail later on. To communicate with Base, touch the Base icon. There are two main ways to communicate with Base. First is to request a call, second is to send a message. Request a call is call voice. When you press request a call, it'll tell you how many are in the queue ahead of you. You now wait for dispatch to get in contact with you. In Send Message, we have some pre-written messages and the ability to send a custom message. To send the message, just touch the one you wish to use. Let's look at the predefined messages in more detail. Account query will let Base know that you have an issue with the account job you're on. Send bus tariff will automatically send the bus tariff to you if you're eligible to receive it. Send 4-seater tariff will send the 4-seater tariff. If your customer wishes to make a booking in the vehicle, press Take a Booking. If you found lost property, broken down, or need directions, use these buttons and dispatch will be in contact with you. This should have been a bus booking, and a state booking will let dispatch know that a different vehicle is required. Use please send school run if you wish dispatch to send you your school run through to you. Spoke to customer, job is cancelled will tell dispatch that the job is no longer required. Might be in trouble, please monitor me, and code 6 payment required up front will alert base that you may be in a situation that requires their attention. Using these options will be quicker for you and will keep the voice channel clear. Alternatively, you could send a custom message. To do this, touch Send Custom Text. Next, select the yellow box. Type your message on the PDA. This is a useful feature, especially if you found lost property, as you can send a short message to dispatch alerting them that you found lost property. When you have finished typing, use the back arrow on the phone to hide the keyboard and click OK. The message will then be sent to dispatch. A blue screen job offer is a regular job booking. The job will be offered to drivers in the plot the pickup is in on a longest waiting driver basis. However, if there are no drivers in the plot, the job will then be offered to drivers in the adjacently linked plots. The plot is offered to adjacent linked plots on a longest waiting driver basis for all pre-booked work. However, if the job has been booked as an immediate and has no lead time, it will be offered to drivers on a nearest car basis. This improves customer service time and reduces driver fuel costs. If you decline or let the job time out, you will receive a 5-minute timeout penalty and rejoin the system at the back of the queue. You will not rejoin the system automatically. You must press the red unavailable button after your 5-minute time penalty to sign back in. If you press it too early, you'll be told what time you'll be able to rejoin the system. Please wait until this time and re-press the red unavailable button to sign back in. If no drivers can be found in the main plot or the adjacently linked plots, the job will become a green screen job offer, otherwise known as a push bid. This push bid will be offered to the nearest driver in the plots outside of the adjacently linked plots. There will be no penalty for rejecting this job. If no driver accepts a job on a push bid offer, the job will go to the bid screen where any driver that is eligible to undertake the fare will be able to bid on it and possibly win it from anywhere in the city. Let's look at how to accept cash bookings. There is a new job in Whitchurch. Let's touch the blue box to accept the job. The job is then sent through to me. In this case, there's a notification on my screen to tell me to see the bar staff when I get to my pickup point. If I touch the flashing info box, I can see if there's any additional information. The flashing ETA box is used to alert the customer as to how long I'm going to be to the pickup point. On the jobs details screen, I have the pickup time, the customer name, if it's a set fare, the pickup point, and the destination. When I reach the pickup point, touched arrived, and this will send a text back or ring back to the customer provided a phone number has been given. The correct tariff will automatically be selected for the job. When the passenger is on board, touch POB. This stands for passenger on board. The meter will then automatically start. Your distance travelled, waiting time, and waiting time charge will be displayed on the screen. Waiting time charges automatically get applied to the fare. When I reach the destination, touch pause to stop the meter, collect the fare, and then press finished. Let's look at how this works on the road. First thing we need to do is accept the job when it comes through to us. Touch the blue box to accept the job. Next we check to see if there's any additional information that I need to know for the job. Now I'm going to set my ETA. I'm closer than 12 minutes, so I'm going to reduce this down to 3. I now have all the information I need, so let's head off down to Llandaff train station. I've now reached my pickup point, so I'm going to press Arrived to send the text back to the customer. When the passenger is on board, I press POB and the meter starts. Note the red Undo STC box. This means I've enabled Soon to Clear. If it's not enabled, it will be a yellow box. This function will be available to you when you're within 1 mile of your drop-off point. We've now come to a roundabout and have stopped. As you can see, waiting time has started automatically. As we pull away and the waiting time ticks up, you'll notice that the additional 10p charge gets added automatically to the fare during the journey. I'm now coming to the end of my journey and I want to utilise the Soon to Clear. If I click Options and Bids, I can see what's available. In this case, there's one job in Corriton. I'm going to select it and press the green button to accept the bid. I now wait to see if I'm the closest driver to the job, and if I am, the job will be queued up waiting for me when I finish this booking. In this example, I have been successful and I now get a notification on my screen to say the job will be waiting for me. I have now reached my destination, so when I stop the car I'm going to press pause to stop the meter, collect the fare from my passenger and click Finish. My next job then will come through to me automatically and straight away. Again, I adjust my ETA to let the customer know how long I'm going to be, and then set off for the job. Now let's look at bookings that are on accounts. Here we have a booking that has been sent to me on account. Notice the type has changed from cash in car to account, and the account name is displayed underneath. All the other information is the same. I still have customer name, pickup point and destination. You'll now notice that when you click Arrived, the tariff is changed to distance. All account work will show as mileage on the screen, regardless if it's a mileage or a metered account. If the account is a metered account, you will still receive the metered rate as well as your waiting time as you have in the past. When the passenger is on board, press POB as before, complete the journey, and press Finish to complete the job. Let's see how this works in real life. I wait for the job to come through to me and then touch the blue screen to accept it. The job details are then sent through to me and we check the Info button to make sure there's no additional information required for this booking. Touch the flashing ETA box to update my ETA. In this case, I am about 1 minute away. When I've checked all the information, I then head to the job. I've arrived at my pickup point, so I touched Arrived to send the text back or ring back to the customer. And when the passenger is on board, touch POB. This starts the meter. I'm now coming to the end of my journey, and you can see I've clocked up 2.4 miles and 13 seconds waiting time. Click pause, and as I do not have any cash to collect from the customer, I can click finish straight away. When you've completed the job, you'll want to know how much you're getting paid. To do this, touch Bookings on the home screen, then My Jobs, and then Previous Bookings. Your last booking will be top of the list. Click on this booking and you'll see all the information about the booking, including pickup, destination, pickup time and date, drop-off time and date, if it's cash or account, and how much you will receive for this booking. To go back to the home screen, press Back and then Home. In this video, we're going to look at bookings that contain vias. Let's accept this job that has come through to us. There is a new notification on my screen now, alerting me that I have multiple pickups and drop-offs. To see all the information, touch Info. Here we see my first pickup is Sam at the Plough, and that they're going to be waiting outside. The second pickup is James at the Village Hotel, and I have to see reception, and they're both going down to Llandaff train station. Let's now set my ETA to let the customers know how long I'm going to be. This will apply to the first customer only. When I've reached my first pickup point, touch Arrived to send a text message to the first customer, in this case Sam. When the first customer is on board, press POB, and you'll notice now that the information on your screen is displaying that I have to go and see reception at the next pickup point. The customer name has changed, and the pickup point has changed. When I get to the second pickup, touch Arrived, and this will send a text message to the second customer, provided a different number was given to the operator. Notice that while you wait for the second customer, the waiting time is still counting up. When the second passenger is on board, press POB. The information on your screen has now changed to where both passengers are going. If one passenger is getting out before the other, this information will be displayed. When you've completed the journey, press pause to stop the meter, collect the fare, and press Finished. Next, let's look at bookings with set fares. When you receive a booking that contains a set fare, you will receive a notification on your screen alerting you to this fact. Touch Info to check if there's any additional information regarding this job. In this case, it's just alerting us to the fixed fare. On the job's details screen, there is now a price in the fare section. This is the fixed fare that you'll charge the customer. Adjust your ETA time as before. And when you press Arrived, the fixed fare will already be displayed on the meter. This will not change throughout the entire journey. It will always display the fixed price. Continue on your journey as normal. Next, we'll look at bookings that are marked as directed. You'll notice that there is no destination on this booking. It has been marked as directed. In order for the system to work at its full potential, the system needs to know where you are going. When you click POB, it will ask you for the zone that you're clearing in. This will enable you to use Soon to Clear and allow the operators to know where you're going to be clearing to get you your next job as soon as possible. To put yourself on a street booking, touch Busy, then touch Hired. Your meter will then start automatically. In order to use Soon to Clear, the system needs to know where you are going. To do this, touch Options and Update Job. You will then have a list of destinations to choose from. Scroll through and select the zone that you'll be clearing in. Touch Next, and the booking has been updated. When I am within 1 mile of my destination, I can touch STC or Soon to Clear to enable the function. Next, we're going to look at how to change a tariff from a 4-seater tariff to the bus tariff. In this example, we've arrived at the Hilton Hotel to find that there are 6 passengers. The vehicle that I have is a 6-seater vehicle, so I'm eligible to take these passengers and require the 6-seater fare. To apply this fare, I select Options and then Base. I then select Send Message and press the Send Bus Tariff message. I will receive a notification on my PDA to say the bus tariff has been applied, and the new tariff is automatically applied to my data head. I can now take 6 people and charge the 6-seater rate. The iCabbi system has certain criteria before it can offer you a no pickup. Let's have a look to see what they are now. To log a no-show, select Option and No-show. It will then ask you to confirm you wish to mark this as a no-show. Touch OK. You can add a comment as to why you're logging a no pickup, but we're going to leave this blank and touch OK. The first criteria you must satisfy is that you've done text back. In this case we haven't, so the system is asking us to send a text message before we log a no-show. Touch the Arrived to send the text back and click OK. Now I'm going to try to do a no-show immediately after doing the text back. If I touch no-show and say OK, click OK, it is now telling me to wait until 1440. This will give the customer time to come out to me and stops drivers from pulling away too early. Click OK to say you've understood the message. I have now waited the allotted time, so again I go to Options, No-show, OK to say I want to mark this as a no pickup, and click OK on the comment box. Now the no pickup has gone through and my data head is cleared automatically on cash bookings. For account bookings, dispatch must clear you. There'll be a notification on the dispatch screen to say you require a no pickup and you must wait for them to get in contact with you. Let's see the correct procedure for logging a no pickup. Have a job on my screen and I've arrived at my pickup point. Click Arrive to send the text back. I then wait the allotted time for my customer. The time has passed now, so I'm going to click Options, No-show, OK, and I'm not going to put a comment on. And now I've been cleared automatically and my next job has come through. To put yourself on a break or unavailable, touch the busy icon in the bottom corner, and then select either short or long break. For both these options, you'll be asked to say which zone you'll be clearing in. Scroll through the list till you find the zone and click Next and then OK. You'll now be unavailable. To sign back on, touch the red Unavailable button and you'll be signed back on to the system. Please remember the driver panic button is only to be used in an emergency. To use the panic alarm, press panic 3 times quickly. This will activate the panic alarm and alert base that you are in distress. A message will come up on all dispatchers' screens identifying who you are and where you are, and you will be treated as a priority. To cancel the alarm, press Cancel Alarm and then enter your driver password and click OK. This will alert base that you no longer need assistance. To log off the system, touch the back arrow on the actual PDA and then click OK if you are sure you want to log out. You'll then be back on the PDA home screen. To switch this off, press and hold the power button only until the PDA switches off.